Hello everybody and welcome to Life on the Road. It's another fine November morning. Sun is shining, traffic is moving. Okay, maybe not. I could have done the start. I normally start when I start, but it was dark. And I've noticed recently, you do these Life on the Road videos, and you go, right, we're off to pick up, and basically all you can see is sort of like some eyes in the background, which isn't brilliant. Yeah, so we're on the road today. We've got wait and return today. Royston to Daventry, and then back to Royston. Now, this is a job when I was in the shipping shed, when I was in the office. I used to book for the boys, and I used to think, right, we'll get that one done nice and early, and then we'll get a second one. There was never a second one. And I'm wondering if it's because the job just takes too long or because it could have been done a little bit quicker. So we'll find out. So I'm on it today. We'll see if I can do it a bit quicker. And also we're on what potentially could be the last go out in Maximes, because things have changed. Things have changed within the organisation. I'm now working for a firm. I now, you know, the Vango transport has gone into some kind of suspension while we try and sort out what went on. And at the moment, I'm driving for a friend of mine with a view of maybe getting back to Vango transport in a bit, or even maybe not, because when you start to drill into it, you start to drill into all the figures and all that kind of stuff and the aggravation. And this firm looks like it's going places, and they kind of want me not just as a driver, but the other bits, maybe a bit of social media like we're doing now, maybe a bit of the planning, and I'm wondering if I want it. I wonder if I want to go back to where I was before with all the aggravation and all that grief, or maybe get involved in something that's, I was always a small-time Charlie anyway, something that's much bigger than me, kind of, and it looks like it's growing, and maybe go with that. So we'll see how we go, but in the meantime, what we have to focus on is getting ourselves over to Royston, where we are due at about 8:10 due to traffic, and getting loaded. Let's get past this traffic first, eh? Well, the traffic shifted a little bit, which is always pleasing, you know. It's always nice to be moving, isn't it, really? It's that thing, isn't it? As long as you're moving, it's sort of, I've known people that say, I don't even care if the journey takes me 15 minutes longer, as long as I'm actually driving. So, you know, given a choice of 3/4 of an hour of sitting on stop-start traffic, or an hour going the long way round but driving, then take the hour. I kind of get that. I don't know where I stand, really. Kind of depends on time, diesel, and my mood. I think the scenic route's quite nice, but yeah, so we're on the scenic route. Well, not the scenic route now, we're on the direct route, of course, and we will be there in 10 minutes. Find out, were they dragging their heels, or does it just take that long? If I'm a betting man, I'll go with the latter. I bet it just takes that long. We'll see. And here we are on our way to collection.
Turn right onto Jarman Way.
Right. Yeah, our collection point down here. Just as I pulled up to the collection point, someone phoned me, and I had to take the phone call and completely forgot to do any video of me loading it up. So I thought, well, I could probably use some stock footage, but instead, here's a picture of a cat in a box. Hope you enjoyed that. Back to the show. Right, that's us all loaded. Light as a feather. Yeah, absolutely no, I didn't even need the pump truck to turn them round. So, we're now on the race is on. We're on our way to Daventry. We'll be in Daventry at 10:15. Of course, couldn't find the place because it said Unit 11. Sat nav takes me straight there. Unit 11, I'm on site. No, that's not it. Some metal workers. This place I go was a car place. And then they turn around and they go, so I put it in Google. Google went, you're there. Terrific. Then a bloke rocked up, 10, 15 minutes later and went, yeah, there's two Unit 11s. And the place you're looking for is not called what you were told it's called. Of course it isn't. Of course it isn't. That's the way it works. But never mind. At least I know where I'm going on the way back. And if the way back, if the return load is super light, shouldn't take long at all. Right, we're back to the tunnels. Remember the tunnels from earlier on? We're back to the tunnels. Here we go. And we're having a little drive through the country. They pay you to tour the country, isn't it? People do this on a Sunday on their day off, Admittedly, not normally an 18-ton truck. Normally, sort of in a small car with wearing a
average speed check zone ahead.
That's worth knowing. So you know. Yeah, I was just thinking. I let the lorry go in front, as you do, because it's difficult for them to get out and stuff like that. And they're transporting a load of sheep, and it just made me think, sort of when Molly was a child and she would see, lambs or sort of, chickens in the lorries in front. And she would say, where are they going? And I'd tell her, we would tell her that they're taking them to the seaside for a little break. Take them down the seaside, let them have a wander around the beach, a paddle. I wonder if a chicken, I'm assuming a chicken could ever go on a donkey, but I imagine sort of like a pig, or certainly a cow, would struggle to ever go on a donkey. Cow being bigger than a donkey. Yeah, but get some rock, kiss me quick hat, and maybe fish and chips, and then back to the farm. It's not where they're going, is it? Still, I'm very grateful. Thank you. Right, onwards and upwards. And here we are in Daventry. 3 miles, 10 minutes. The amount of times where you just forget a place. You sort of go, you see it come up, you go, oh, Daventry, okay. And then you put it and go, oh yeah, I know Daventry. That's where I put that. I remember the first time I applied my fuel cards was here. Or, oh yeah, I know this place. That was when I nearly fell over and broke my leg. I didn't nearly fall over, but you kind of remember places when you come back to them. The good thing about this one, of course, is it's like Royston and Daventry. It's not zone. There's no red routes. There's no box junctions. There's no left-right turns. No, that kind of oh, I've missed the turning, and now I've got to go round the block. But traffic is so bad, it's going to take me 15 minutes to go around the block. It's all kind of fairly straightforward. It's like Milton Keynes. Lots of roundabouts. Lots of wide open space, lots of large areas to unload in. So, and this will be, of course, one of the advantages with the new way forward. In fact, if I'm joining this firm, there'll be a lot of jobs you've done before. So you think, I know that one. So you'll do that one tomorrow. Yeah, I know that one. I know where I'm picking up. I know where I'm dropping off, because they'll have their regular customers type thing. And that is a double-edged sword in itself, because it makes life much easier, but at the same time it also makes it much more repetitive and therefore mundane. Quite at this point in my life, I think I could use a bit of mundane. Anyhow, right at a roundabout, and 1.9 miles to go. Yeah, a little side note from where I've been there before. I've just driven past a huge distribution centre, which I helped build, because I remember delivering sort of bricks or sort of barriers or something to that one. I remember coming down here before. It tells you to turn left. Don't turn left, you end up down a farmer's track. You turn right. And also there's up here on the right, it's like a tiny little industrial estate, which leads me to believe that hopefully where I'm dropping off to might also be a relatively small unit. And we like small units. Small unit to small unit makes for a quick job. Distribution to distribution centre makes for an all-day job. Straight over this roundabout. Well, here we are. This is bizarre. It's got goods in on one side and goods out on the other side. And I said, well, I've got goods in and goods out. It's way in return. He said, well, goods in on the other side. So we better go and see them first. Hello, sir. How you doing?
Yeah.
Right, I've got goods in and goods out. I've got to drop off and collect.
Right, okay. If you take the first, what do you later?
It's, hang on, just got it on my phone, hold on. Yeah, it's kind of two things. So what I've got to do, reverse it on the basics, then get it off. It's only 7 pallets. Then pull it out, park up in front of somebody else, and then tell them that I've got to get loaded. So the guy did say, you know, I told him it was 7 pallets. He said, we'll have you off in 5 minutes, which is cool. But yeah, a bit of a nose that. You know, well, it's not like I can just park up, have a lay down, stick it on brake, have a little rest, and clear some of my driving time. I'm kind of going to be moving around. So that means I don't think I'm going to make it back to Daventry without having to take half hour. Which is a bit of a nose, isn't it? Oh, well, never mind. Right, that's the 7 pallets off. Now we have to go down and see goods out, where apparently I might be going on to bay 10 to get the goods on. Right, apparently collection on bay 4. That lorry is currently on bay 4. So I'm sitting here, and some of them are on bay 10. So I might have to go to 4 and then go to 10, but we're hoping there's only a couple of pallets down at 10 so we can drag them down. We will see. Time to get on bay 4. All loaded. Time to get the paperwork. Right, that's me loaded. Turned the whole thing around in about an hour, which means no waiting time. It would have been noisy waiting time anyway, to be honest with you. Put it in the sat nav, hour and a half to get back. It's 11:15. Call it half 11. It's near about half 11. 12, 1. With the half hour break, I'm gonna have to take on the way back. Half 1. By the time I'm unloaded, it's 2. It is what it is. It's exactly what the boys did it in. Half 1, 2 o'clock, and then it's kind of what are you going to do then? Well, presumably I might be, because I'm in Royston, going back to the yard. I've got a yard now. Well, we've got a yard. The company I work for's got a yard, and flicking into the new truck. I'll have to ring my mate down on the way back and see what he wants me to do. In the meantime, that way. Road works ahead. Why is it not called road doesn't work ahead? Or road kind of works ahead? It'd be more accurate, wouldn't it? Watched this film on the telly the other day. It's called The Mandela Effect. It's alright. Yeah, 7 out of 10. And it was to do with the fact that a lot of people, it's to do with the fact that global misremembering of things. The fact that, if you ask a load of people, they will say that Mandela died in prison, or died in captivity, you know, which actually isn't true, because he actually went on to be the president of South Africa. And died later on of a respiratory disease. But loads of people, if you ask them, will say it. And there's loads like this. Say, for example, let's have a few here. What has the Monopoly man, you know, the guy in the middle of the Monopoly boards, what does he have on his face? No, he doesn't. Look it up. He doesn't. There's no monocle there. It's not. It's just blank. Nothing there. In Star Wars, a spoiler effect, by the way, if you haven't seen The Empire Strikes Back now, it's been out for quite a long time. No, Luke, I am your father. or Luke, I am your father. Doesn't say it. Doesn't say it. He says something similar. Doesn't say that. We're gonna need a bigger boat. From my wife's favourite film, Jaws. We're gonna need a bigger boat. Doesn't say it. Like I say, says something similar. Doesn't say that. And there's loads of them. And people have taken it, certain people have taken this misremembering to be like kind of evidence of the fact that reality is an illusion and it's some kind of glitch in the Matrix. I don't think, I mean, reality is an illusion, albeit a very persistent one, but I don't think it's a glitch in the Matrix. I think it's just a matter of people remembering things slightly different to what they are because it's kind of easier. Looney Tunes. You know Looney Tunes? It's not Looney Tunes. Bugs Bunny? It's not Looney Tunes. Look it up if you like. It's fairly interesting. These things I tend to muse about while I'm driving between deliveries. Probably should focus on the driving really, but you know, you might test it one. Anyway, that one. And we're 10 minutes away from Royston, back at our wait and return. 5 pallets come off, all light as a feather. I must have done this job in a Luton, but sometimes I have to book a lorry because they need the bay. You have to dock it on a bay line. Yeah, then I think I'm off to Royston. So I still don't know if we're in the new truck or not today. Might still be in this one. But for the bases, we've got 2 bases. One in St Neots and one in Royston. And I'm in Royston. So it shouldn't take long to get back to base and find out. In the meantime, I'm trying to remember to actually video the pallets coming off because I forgot to video them coming on. Yeah, and then it's will it be Maxime's last ride? Still remains to be seen. And that's the return, the wait and return, all tipped. Nice and easy, knew where I was going, off nice and quick with the forks. So now, I'm off to the Royston depot to see if the new motor's waiting, to see if it's a different way to take care and take money.